Hey cousins, this is Esmee Streachailt. I have been thinking about this poem by Adrienne Rich for the last several days since things have become so over the top. Not as bad as they can get, but certainly very over the top here in the US with the murder of Renee Good, also a poet, mother, wife of a woman. The Trump the Trump administration, the Trump regime is now investigating because she had some words but never laid a finger on an ICE officer. Or agent. I think we'll just call them agents. They're not really oath-taking types. Anyway, the last time I thought about this poem was every time things have gotten really rough in the world. And so I wanted to share it with you, partly because it's by a famous feminist poet, but also because it's both comforting and unsettling, which feels like how I feel right now toward all of you. So this is called Sending Love by Adrienne Rich. It is published in the Paris Review. And the page kind of fades out toward the bottom at a point where I can't remember whether or not that's where the poem ends, but it's a good ending. But at that point, the paywall comes up. So we're going to let this reading of this poem be one of those sort of, postmodern system inflected internet experiences where maybe we got the whole thing and maybe we only got a fragment, sort of like reading the ancients, the sophists, or the Sappho, right? The fragments of Sappho. Also appropriate given this is Adrienne Rich. So this is Sending Love, possibly a fragment from the internet. Voice from the grain of the forest bought and condemned. Sketched bond in the rock mass, the earthquake sought and through. Sending love, Molly sends it, Ivan sends it, Kaori sends it to Brian, Irina sends it on pale green aerograms. Abina sends it to Charlie and to Josephine. Anyoro sends it, Naomi sends it, Lourdes sends it to Nawal, Walter sends it to Arlene, Habib sends it, Vashti floats it to Iqbal in a paper plane. Bored in the meeting on a postcard, Yoel scribbles it to Gerhard. Reza, on his email, finds it waiting from Patricia. Mario and Elsie send it to Francisco. Carolina sends it monthly home with a money order. June seals it with a kiss to Dahlia. Mai sends it. Montserrat scrawls it to Fiats. On a memo, Lenny writes it with roses to Lou, who takes it on his whispery breath. Julia sends it loud and clear. Dagmar brails it to Maureen. Maria Cristina sends it. Mina and Moshe send it. Patrick and Max are always sending it back and forth. And even Shirley, even George are found late after closing, sending it. Sending love is harmless. It doesn't bind you, can't make you sick. Sending love's expected, precipitous and wary. Sending love can be carefree. Joaquin knew it. Aria knows it. Sending love without heart, well, people do that daily. Terrence, years ago, closed the window, silent. Grace, who always laughed, is leaning her cheek against bulletproof glass, her tears enlarged like scars on a planet. Vivian hangs her raincoat on a hook, turns toward the classroom, her love entirely there, supreme. Victor fixes his lenses on disappearing faces. caught now or who will ever see them again. So there's the poem. Stay rad, stay witchy, be good to each other. Be good to the people you don't know. I was driving to an appointment today, and there was a man experiencing homeless at the corner, and I was beginning to dig in my wallet. And he dashed off across the street to a parking lot of a now condemned Exxon station, because there's a lot of gentrifying coming down Route 1. And this man had stopped his car and waved to the man who was begging at the corner, and brought him over anyway, waved at him, and got out a coat and handed the man who had been begging this great big, really warm coat. And I don't know if that was the purpose of him being out there in his car looking for folks to give coats to, or if it just happened all of a sudden. You know, this was the moment. It's a cold day out here. It's not an easy day to be in the wind, walking up and down a median, asking people for a few dollars here and there, not getting answered most of the time. My dog is growling a little. And, you know, I'd been struck last night by that video of the ice Gestapo, the ice Stapo, holding this little autistic girl sort of hostage in the street in order to get her mom to let them in the house to look for someone. They're not supposed to be able to enter private homes without a judicial warrant, so they held this child. So the coat giving helped my heart, and I wanted to read this poem to you to help your heart, because in it there is the sending of love and the sending of love and the showing of love, even as people disappear. And there is love for those people. And we will find them, and we will bring them home, and we will give them back to their families. Won't we? Anyway, Adrienne Rich's Sending Love, published in the Paris Review in 1995. Okay, for real this time. Stay witchy. Stay rad. Be good to each other.